Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our second mastery class, there to be interviewed by Karan. I'm actually very glad to see so many of the familiar faces. I spoke to you yesterday, I think, trying to find out whether you guys can join. Okay, this workshop will last roughly 2 hours, okay, but we won't fix it exactly 2 hours, all right, depending on the number of questions you have. So let's make full use of the time. Now I'll pass the floor to Miss Rani to introduce Miss Susitra. Over to you, Rani.
Thank you, Colin. And thank you everyone for making time. A very happy afternoon. So I actually am very happy to see that all of you made time to join us. And just a quick introduction of myself, because there's some of you who are new here whom I have not spoken to as yet, but I'll be joining you all soon. And I'm Rani Vimal. I'm the co-founder and COO of LTT Global. LTT Global is actually a company started 17 years ago when we used to teach English over the SMS platform on the black and white Nokia. And it started all from a dining table. Prior to that, I used to teach law, but over time, we have evolved. Our entire vision and mission was to make learning accessible and affordable. And we have subscribers globally for our normal services that we offer in 60 countries. So GetEmployed.today is actually our impact project to help all unemployed Malaysians to get back on your feet and, make great of your life. Today, for our masterclass, we have Miss Susitra Karan with all of us here today. She's actually an engineer by profession, and she was in that field for almost 20 years. And within a short time, while she was an engineer, she grew from an engineer to become the head of new product introduction, which is a division in engineering companies. And she did that within 5 years, actually, when she was attached with this international mega industrial company. Now, upon optional retirement in 2017, she dedicated and devoted her time and energy and ventured into writing books and career workshops. Now, in the last 2 years, she already has 2 paperbacks published on Amazon, clap, 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 and over 10 digital books to her name. Among the books she wrote is ABC of Career Challenge and also Becoming Better, Bolder, and Brighter. She's an all-rounder woman who constantly climbs to great heights. She has big dreams and big wins in pursuit of her bigger dreams to come. Her latest passion is actually to help people to re-engineer their mind, to help them unlock opportunities for success. So today, besides guiding people to build their legacy, she's also a certified trainer and coach. She's a career consultant, and she's also an award-winning author with her very own digital bookstore. She also has graciously offered to give all of you here today a copy of her digital book, which Colin will get and forward to all of you. And at LTT Global, we like to put on record our heartfelt thanks to her to come on board as our expert partner for the nationwide impact project to help us help unemployed Malaysians to reset their lives with ease. And to all of you participants, I'd like to also thank you for believing that there's a better tomorrow and in joining GetEmployed.today as our pioneer badge. And here's to your success. I also like to share with you that another team member of LTT Global, besides Colin, is Mr. Analis, who is online with us at the moment. And later we'll have another colleague of mine, Mr. Suresh Unikrishnan, join us as well. So over to you, Colin.
Okay, without further ado, I'll hand the floor to Ms. Susitra. To start the workshop. I think, Ms. Susitra, you may want to introduce a bit about yourself. Thank you.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Rani, for inviting me for this event. And thanks, Colin, for hosting and being the moderator for this event. Thank you so much. You guys are helping me a lot. Thank you so much. Rani, I actually prepared a very short intro, but You spoke so lengthy of me. And I was amazed that you did help to mention about my awards and me being consultant. So thank you so much. My intro
You're
was very
welcome.
simple and short. Thanks.
You're
All
welcome.
right. Okay. Okay. So I believe that the participants, or sometimes I may address you as students, so please don't take heart to that. It's just the way that I normally address. Everyone here are students, at all point of our time, actually. When we are learning something, we actually reckoned as students, right? So I also see that over 50 years old or 40 years old students or participants here. So it's never too late to move on to anything that we want. And I heard Rani mentioning uh, this platform is to help engage with people to reset their lives. So that's well said, actually. Not everybody gets a chance to reset, to restart, to it's like a refresh. So that's very, it's we can take it positively, actually, to move on to something better in our lives. So there are chances for you, and this platform is made possible for all of you to be here, to learn something, to upskill. So, and also to meet other students who are in the participants who are in the same boat. So it's all more better for all of you. So definitely, with all the effort and time put together, better days are always ahead for all of us. Thank you so much. So shall I start my class?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay.
Thank
All
you.
right. Okay. So I shall share my screen. All right. Today. Now, this is a career workshop. As you can see, I have placed an icon here. I called him Nate. I have a lot of Nate infographics in all my books, my career books. I use him a lot. I actually purchased him from Shutterstock. So I maximized and I used him, and we relate better when we have avatars, right? So I use him a lot, and he's actually very funny, and it makes the workshops and my books and my material very lively. And also, all the participants here today, I will also request you uh, to actually make this class more interactive, since you have had a career and have had a change of career, have a change of situation. So we can like share. I can also learn from you as well as you are learning from me. So there's a lot of things that we can share from each other. Okay, this is what I would like to say to all of you, and also to all the students and participants that comes for my workshop. Every day is a new day, and what we do today brings about a better tomorrow. So that's how it is. So regardless what happens in the past, what happened before, today is a day that we can make a change. And what we do today brings a better tomorrow. So why not invest? All of you here with me for the next 1 hour or so, possibly up to 2 hours the max. So let's make use of the time that you have with me today and me with you, for us to learn something that can push us to the next level. So let's do that. Now, what have I here for you is, I have two things that I would like to share. Number one is about the resume builder. You have had your resume, have your resume, but what we are going to do today is how to empower it, to power it up. Of course, resume is a very common norm. you have all your details, but how to make your resume stand out, to make the employer recruiter know that you are the person. There is something there, your niche, your talent is actually in your resume and it stands out. So I have this experience of recruitment for 10 years. As I was, Rani mentioned, I am from the engineering field. The turnover is very high. So I'm always recruiting and I'm always bringing people in and bringing them into the employment. So I have run through hundreds and thousands of resumes. I screen them to choose the best. Even fresh graduates, I screen them. So I would speak from the recruiter point of view. What is it that we look for in your resume? All right. And next one is there to be interviewed is to interviews. I would give you tips and tricks and how to stand out in your interviews. Now I have actually aligned it to become like an online interview. Now interviews are possibly going online now. So possibly you can also learn, even though it's online, it's like a Zoom interview, but there are tips and tricks that you can stand out in the interview. It will work well with fresh graduates also. And if you have working experience, all the more better. And here is one of my book that I put, The Power of Small Steps. All the growth that I had in my life, in my career, and up to now, even when I retired, I took optional retirement in 2017, I didn't stop. I felt that, I got a lot of knowledge I want to share. So I started to publish books. The Power of Small Steps. Small steps has the power to push you to the next. People think there are big things that they want to achieve. I want an award. I want to be the champion. I want to win this. I want to win that. Of course, everybody has the dreams, but what actually moves us from this point to another point are the small steps. I use this philosophy a lot to move at my work. I don't when I get stuck, I break it into small steps. So that helps a lot. And my book is about that. Later on, I will share all my connections and my links and my bookstore in the chat. Later, I will support this. Okay, here is, I have created a Telegram career cafe. I call it a career cafe where I group all the participants. You are also invited to scan this QR code. I will put the link also in the chat group to come into, where I share a lot of ideas about career opportunities, career offers, and a lot of offers that comes about my way. I have a big network, which is where because of my network is where also I found Mr. Suresh and Madam Rani, who is with me here today. So the network is very important. Career Cafe, please scan this and come into the Career Cafe. That's an invite link. You can also connect with me there, chat, and all those people and students and participants in the Career Cafe are those who has entered or enrolled or participated in my workshops. So you are all aware of what actually the class is about, and you can connect with me there and share your ideas as well. All right. Okay. So about me is here. And most importantly is the experience that I have, how I move up very fast, and how I can help you today to be the best in whatever you do. I believe that I always tell my team also, when I was working in a factory, for 20 years I was there. I groom engineers and technicians. I was the manager. I was the head of department. So I have a team of engineers and management. It was an engineering industry. And I always tell the engineers also this. I tell them this: whatever you do, even though very little that you know, do the best and be the best in that little information or the little space of experience that you have. Be the best. It's about even the little task that I get them to do, like do a report, or go out and prepare a meeting, prepare a data for research, and all this kind of information and action and work tasks that I give. Just do the best. That is all. So once we do our best in whatever that we do, and then the rest will just open up to us, and we are able to see, that we are capable of doing something spectacular, even as little as conducting a meeting. All right. So that's how I always tell them, whatever you do, be the best. All right. So these are writing a book was and is a dream for me. I wanted to leave something behind. My parents left, of course, a lot of things, but they failed to write about their adventure. So I lack the knowledge. How did my father did what? Because he did not write about it. So I want to take one step further, and I also encourage a lot of people, including Colleen and Rani here, and also Mr. Suresh, to write and publish books about their experience, because books stays forever. These two books are my big books that is available on Amazon. It was a dream come true for me, and I feel that finally I have done something that I can give and leave something behind, when I'm no more around here. My books will speak for me and they will represent me. So I'm not like died and forgotten forever. So these are my paperbacks on Amazon. And of course, I have also published digital books, which is why I conduct a digital class. I conduct digital writing class. I move on to that. So these are my ebooks. There are 6, actually there are 10. I just put 6 here. I will also share a link to my bookstore. You can have a look, get an idea how the books are done. All right. One person can do so much. So if you are young, in your 20s, 30s, there is so much more you can do. I did all this in just 2 years. So if you put your heart and soul into whatever that you want, in a year, there is a lot more that you can accomplish. All right. Okay. This is the book that I am offering for all of you, Captain and the Crew, a 90-day challenge. This is a mindset change. I used this. It helps me. I wrote about it where it can help you and also help others. Questions. Okay. You can type your questions in the chat box. Don't have to wait until the end of it. Whenever I find a time, I will go into the chat box and try to answer your questions as much as we can. All right. Are we not? Okay. Before we go up to this, I would like to know the participants as well. So all of you here, I have spoke about a good 10 minutes non-stop, I think. So let's see, students, participants here. Would you like unmute yourself and share something about yourself? Number 1, let me know your name. Number 2, where you are from. And number 3, what is your biggest challenge, that you face? What is it? Just share it with everybody. Not something personal. It's more about your career or in your next, your next step. Do share with us. Go ahead. Anybody? Shall I call out names? Just say your name, where you're from, and what is your biggest challenge or your biggest dream or your biggest achievement. Just either one of it. Why not? I want to write it down. So this way I can get to know about you better. And as I speak, I will try to, answer those as I go on to the workshop. So it's more aligned to what you are expecting rather than me going on about my, worksheets. Colleen, can you help me here, please? I'll see if you know the participants.
Yeah, but
Hi, Hui Jin here. Perhaps I can go first.
Yeah, thanks.
Because I have a feeling Colin is going to call my name.
Good job,
Hi,
Putin.
hi, I'm Hui Jin. Sorry, let me see if I can turn on my video.
Yes, please do.
Okay, I'm actually sitting in the dark. So, okay,
Yeah.
so my name is Hui Jin. I'm from Penang, but currently based in KL, where I have worked for the last 17 years. So I got retrenched last year in June when my department was outsourced to a different country. So I think my biggest challenge in my 17 years career is more of, I guess in a way, compared to my colleagues, I don't really like to, as in, if in meetings or anything where you are required to ask questions, sometimes I don't really ask questions. I'm more of a listener. So I think that is my problem, maybe my challenge in speaking up.
All
Okay,
right.
I think that's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Next, Jacqueline, I see your video is on.
Hi.
Can you share a bit about yourself?
Oops, I'm doing okay. Hi, my name is Jacqueline. I'm currently staying in PJ.
You're a bit.
Can you volume up your I can't hear your voice much.
Can you hear me now? Is it better? Is it
Maybe Jacqueline, try to hold your mic closer to your mouth. Maybe, yeah. No, maybe, yeah, that could help. Maybe.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, yes.
Better, yes.
Loud and clear. Okay, my name is Jacqueline. I'm currently staying in PJ. Well, my last job was in March this year. My company actually closed down due to COVID. I was there for 12 years, so it was not something I expected. I think overall the COVID did bring some impact to me in terms of career, because I was on the way of climbing. I would say maybe corporate ladder. So I think for me the challenges is starting all over again, because whenever we are trying to get a new job or a new career, we are always being compared. So one of the challenges I have when I attend interview is, of course, bosses tend to compare in terms of course, the job role. Second is the qualification, because I don't have a high qualification, although I do have the extensive experience. So this is one of the prerequisite requirements. Sometimes, if you go for job hunters or maybe a jobs portal, they do some screening. So before you even they look into you, they already rejected you because you don't have that qualifications. This is one of my challenges. Another thing is, for us experienced working people, sometimes when we change career, we want to embark in something new. New means that we do have the experience, but in terms of maybe different industry.
I can't
So they are
hear that
hiring
that well.
I see myself as a hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Now it's okay.
Very
Yeah, keep
soft.
going, keep going.
I think my internet line got some issue today. So what I'm trying to say is, one of the challenges is during interview, sometimes we want to venture into new industry, also to enhance our experience. Maybe previously you were from industry A, then you want to go for industry B, but the segment of job is more or less the same. Let's say you're in customer service, you could be working in F&B, then the next thing you want to pop into maybe, let's say, education, but somehow you won't get through. I mean, I didn't get through. It's from my experience. Reasons being is because recruiter will tell you that you don't have the experience in this particular industry, although generally you have experience in, let's say, customer service. So I want to see a breakthrough on this. In other words, that there is a dilemma in compromising in terms of course, pay and package, but to a certain extent, I think it is fair to perhaps evaluate a working professional in that manner, that in the sense that they do have experience. Perhaps it will be nicer if they were given maybe a chance to perform, to prove that they actually can do well. But in a matter of fact, because in order to compete with so many candidates out there, sometimes we don't even get the chance. So this is what I have been facing in in the past few months, job application. It goes through the interview, but somehow no, it didn't go through further. So that is from me. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much, Jacqueline, for sharing. Voice was very soft. I have to straighten my ears. I'm also old. I'm 50. Okay, all right. Okay. Colleen, would you please do the roll call, a fast one? Name, location, and biggest fear, biggest achievement, biggest expectations, anything, either one of it. Can you help
Maybe
me
I
do
can
a
go
roll call?
next.
Very, yes, okay, yes, thanks, yes. Go
My
ahead.
line is not good, so I think might be breaking. Sorry for that. My line breaking. Actually, I'm Beryl. I'm from KL, and the
Okay.
biggest challenges I'm facing currently is actually landing a full-time job, because I'm actually same as Jacqueline. What she said. Because I'm transitioning from career to digital marketing, and I'm trying my best to get the certification and all those, but somehow a lot of the companies, they look for people really with experience. Experience meaning to say hands-on. Everything you have the experience, not only the qualification. They really want you to know a lot of like Google Analytics, you hands-on SEO, SEM, all those. So like and also they are looking fresh grad. Secondly, they are looking a lot of the companies that are looking for fresh grad. So like yeah, it's very hard for me to even get interview. When I get interview, very hard for me to land the job also, because they were asking me, why are you transitioning now? Like, you know, why you want to transitioning, and what makes you love this? And then like kind of like a lot of question, like difficult question I've been asked. Then I explained, but didn't seem to convince them that, because I can see that I have this passion. That's why I also studied for that and I get certification, but it seems as also not enough. And because also I'm out of job quite some time, so I started my own a bit side hustle. Then they will ask, if you are so into your side hustles, why you don't fully focus on your side hustles? Then why you will land your full-time job? So I was like, huh? It's very hard to answer this question also. Okay, you have a like side hustle is side hustle. Then you have it makes me like speechless already. Like, how do I answer? Because I said, oh, since you have a passion on your side hustle, why don't you fully focus on that? Why you want to work for people? So yeah, I have this kind of challenge. Yeah, that's all for my hope that this session can assist. I mean, not to fully solve it, but at least give me some idea how can, you know, during interview or some sort of, you know, getting a way to, you know, smoothen out the thing, and some idea lah to resolve the challenges a bit. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, wonderful, wonderful. Can we have more? Colleen, can you help me to do a roll call? Just another 2 or 3 more.
Hi, I'm
Anyone?
Mangalika.
Yes, Mangalika, yes, thanks. Yes, go ahead.
Okay. I think honestly, I haven't been the last interview I went for must have been in 2014 in Jakarta, but I have not been able to get interviews. I've been doing little things for people who know me, but if people don't know me, I find it very difficult to land anything. So all along, my comfort zone has been, even moving from job to job, has always been through personal introductions, where, you know, just have a family chat with whoever's boss's boss, and that's it, you know, through recommendations, but never a IBM style interview where you sit test and then you meet 5 different people, and then you go through another 5 layers of interviews. That, I would say, would be my biggest challenge, because I wouldn't know how to talk to people I don't know. It's very difficult. Yeah, that's it. Okay, or you want to
All
know
right,
something
okay,
else?
thank you for sharing. All right, there are more students coming in. Okay, we shall continue, and off we will stop for a break, and then we start to do a roll call. Okay, okay, all right. So hang on, I have to share the screen. Okay, we are here now. Resume. Okay, so we a lot of participants here have actually enrolled in a job and then come out and in and out of job. So resume. Okay. Resume, like Mangalika was saying, a lot of people don't know me. So of course, a lot of people do not know. We don't know everybody. Okay, so resume is what that represents us. This paper, more or less, most times it's only one paper, one page. Okay, one page is actually preferred for the recruiter. And but now I would suggest that if you have a lengthy working experience, for you to add another QR code for them to scan and then get access to your 7 to 8 pages of your curriculum with your resume. All right, I would suggest that. But the first one-page resume would be preferred to send it out. So this one page, now what is the job of the resume? What is the job? What is the job of the resume? The job of the resume is to get you noticed. That's why, that's what a resume is supposed to do. The resume is supposed to get you recognition, get you that one call for interview. Once you get a call for interview, then your resume has done its job. So now look back. Have you sent your resume out to so many people and you never had any calls? Why? If you have had many calls, then it's good. So that means your resume has done its job. So next work is on the interview. So it's nothing to do with your resume. Your resume is good enough. It stands out. But for instance, if you send your resume out to 20 to 50 to 100 over recruiters and it doesn't get that call, why? It's not you. Most people think, oh, I don't get the call. I'm not good. I'm not good. My strength is not good. My experience is not good. People want this, people want that. No, actually, no. If a fresh grad with zero working experience is able to land a job, what about people with working experience? What do they lack? It's because the resume, the interpretation, the information in the resume is not strong enough to carry your talent, your strength, puts on and get noticed from the recruiter. Now that is the problem here. So it's not you, it's actually the resume. So every time once you send to about 10, in statistics, we learned that it's 1 out of 10 actually. So once you send about like 10 people, the first 10 recruiters, you don't get the call, go to your resume and work on it, empower it. Don't keep on sending the resumes over and over again, and then you get more frustrated. So here I have 4 crosses here. So I'm going to share with you what are the knots in a resume. Let's look at 1. Do not put this self-rating yourself in a resume. You put English 5, you rate yourself 3. Who asked you to rate yourself 3 out of 5? Who asked you to say that you're not good, you're not 100%? Nobody asked you to do that. Do not put rating in a resume. Preferably, what you should do is you have another additional rank. For instance, French. So you don't need to put your French is 2 out of 5. I never asked you that. Recruiter never asked you that. So all you have to do is just put languages, the languages that you are in. I am conversant, in languages of English, Malay, Mandarin, French. Do not rate yourself. Because the standard resumes, templates that you find in Google has this kind of rating. Some has bars, some have this kind of dots. Do not use that. Just list out the languages that you have. Not only languages, other skills that you have. Computer knowledge, 3 out of 5. Why do you rate that? Don't rate yourself. Just list out your computer knowledge. Because there is always somebody who's going to be better than you. So what are you comparing yourselves to? So it's not for yourself, and it's not for the strength that you're trying to put out in your resume. All right, this is number 1. Okay, number 2, skills. You see here again, problem solving skills. You see the bar, it's a full bar. It's a 80% of the bar. Never rate yourself. Bars, ratings is all out of the resume. Okay, another one, address. When they ask you for address, do not put number 10, Jalan Penang stroke, Nibong Tabal, Penang. No, it's not a full address. Those times are all ancient times. Now, address means they want to know your location. Like just now I asked you, what is your location? Where are you from? You say, I'm from Penang. You don't say, I'm from number 10, Jalan Pinang, Taman Peringai, Penang. You don't say that, right? So address is actually referred for the recruiter to know. Like, let's say when I'm looking at your resume, what is it, the address that I'm looking for? I want to know where you are from. If my factory is in KL and you say you are from Ipoh, now I'm going to have doubts like Ipoh. I say, man, can I take this guy in? Will he be able to travel? What if I give him a job? Will he be able to come in? You see, these are the questions the recruiter will have. So be very careful on the address that you put and the location that you are applying in for your job. For instance, if you are applying for a job in Penang, I'm in Puchong, all right? I'm in Puchong, Selangor. I look for a job in Penang. I want to apply. So you have one resume that you send to everybody. So that's not a right thing to do, right? It's not right. Let's say, for instance, I am from Puchong. I want to be Penang. If I get a job in Penang, why not? I need the money. I need the job. You know, I have a lot of commitment. I need that. I want to go. I have a place in Penang. So I would suggest you to put a location in Penang. You do not have to put the number, the street and everything. Just say the location. All right. You apply for a company in Penang. Your location, you just put Penang. Or you can put a town in Penang. I'm not very well versed in Penang, sorry. So you can put like Puchong, Selangor. So in Selangor, where? Puchong, fine. In Selangor, where? PJ, Selangor. All right. I just want to know where you are. And you can apply for companies in Kelana Jaya, in KL, in Klang, in Shah Alam. You know, that will suit fine. If you're applying for a outer state, so put the location that is related, your sister's house, auntie's house, you know, just don't to put the street, just say the location. That would help. The recruiter is not having a second thoughts to call you in for an interview. If you are applying from Ipoh when I'm in KL, I would have like, even when I call you, I will say, are you able to come? Your resume is good. You know, that's what I mean. All right, now next, references. References are actually requested to confirm, but you work 10 years. Is that true? I mean, for that. So you need not put your references in your resume because it takes space. That space in your resume is actually to portray about what you are good at. You know, your strength. So use the space to write about more about yourself rather than writing other people's name. Like here, for instance, I have Frank. Mr. Frank, he's the manager in what company? Why were you talking about Frank in your resume? So I feel that is not right. All right. A resume should be about you, right? So you don't have to give references and credibility to another second or third person who may be your manager, but you can give your references when they request. All right. As I say, you can prepare a QR code. Okay. Put on the QR code over there in your resume, and you can tell the recruiter that more information about references is all about 10 to 20 pages of resume I have prepared. It's in a QR code. You can, if you're interested, you may proceed to scan it, download, and look for the information. That's very well done. All right. Now, these are the don'ts, some of the don'ts. Now, let's look at the 7 power-up tips and skills in a resume. This is most important because your resume is ready. You just need to power it up. As I said earlier, it has to get you the call. How is it? All right. Number 1, branding. Okay, this is the most important part. It is out of the norm, but I would like to suggest something for you to do out of the norm, you know, something outstanding in your resume. Although your name will be long name, you know, like Nur Hijaya binti Muhammad Karim, you have a long name. Branding, in your branding, you know, number 1, your resume, up there is your name. If you your full name as per your IC, you know, it's going to carry up a lot of space and the recruiter will be confused. What shall I call her? Noor or Jahi or Mr. Karim or what, you know? So they will get confused. You put a name that you want the recruiter to call you. All right. So if you have a name like Noor Hidayah binti Abdul Karim, for instance, you can put there Hidayah binti Hidayah Karim, you know. So you put your branding. So this use the resume as an opportunity to create your branding. your name, the first name that they want to call you. So that is your branding. Resume is also your branding. So create your brand name for people to call you. You know, that's your brand. So create that. Me, my long name is Susitra Anak Perempuan Karuna Karan. That's my long name. But I create Susi Karan in my resume. So once they call me Susi Karan. Is that you? Yes. Can I call you Susi? Yes. Fast. I'm not saying that you hide your father's name. No, just put a name that you want them to address you as in your resume. Your full name and everything, only the HR will request your IC. That one HR will request, not the recruiter. The recruiter wants to know, what shall I call you as? So use your resume as your branding. Put it up, you know, like Rani Vimel. That's a fantastic name. All right. So simple, short. First surname and last name, fantastic there. So I would know what to call her. I don't have to ask, Rani, what shall I call you? Can I call you Rani? I do not have to say that. Short, simple and sweet, fast. Branding, number one, all right? Number two, vision. Always write a vision in your resume. What's your vision? What is your dream? What is your big goal? Earlier, I asked you, what are your challenges? So your challenges brings to you your dreams. You know, I would like to work in a multinational company, you know, and achieve projects or save the company about millions of projects that I'm always capable of to using my skills to my full advantage. Vision, write out. It doesn't matter whether the recruiter agree or not. It's your vision. I love to screen out resumes with vision. Regardless, I'm like, oh, wow. You know, that gives a wow factor. Like even a fresh graduate writes big dreams. You know, it's so nice to read. Even regardless that I feel that, oh, my company would not have that opportunity for you, but I love your dream. When you go for an interview, you know, that would be a talk. I sometimes very odd kind of visions I normally pick during my interview to question them. I love your vision. You want to be a musician? Wow. Do you play music? I would ask them, it's out of the norm. It isn't, it's your dream, right? Visions. It shows that you are a big thinker. You have a big aim. All right. That is very important. Education. Okay. Education. Of course, education need to be put because I want to know what is your credentials, right? What are your education? Do you have a degree? Do you have a diploma? You have to put that. But please don't start from UPSR, SPM. No, you don't have to. I don't care what you have in your SPM. You're already a degree holder. So please save the space, the pain ache of the recruiter reading all this, you know, unwanted, you know, too much information is also no good. Direct them directly to where you are and put the first one first, your top highest credentials upright, degree or diploma or whatever, upright first. Okay, you have a degree in electrical electronic engineering, UTM, your CGPA, fine. CGPA you put in if you're a fresh grade. If not, you need not put in. I just want to know what is your highest and your second highest. Done. You don't have to put UPSR 10 A's. It doesn't matter. You know, because what matters is where you are right now. So where you are right now, what is the latest education that you have? Like for today, if these skills is going to give you a certificate, on. All right, put it on because I want to know that oh, you're 50 years old, you're 40 years old. You are having a latest skill. You are having a certificate just last month. You are learning. You know, people ask you, what do you do while looking for a job? Myself, I do training. You know, some say the training is not enough. So I'm skills myself. That's very fantastic. So education, put the highest level and put the education that you want the recruiter to see. You can also put the skill or the course that you are undertaking right now. And you just put, you know, ECD, you know, expected date completion date, ECD, we call it ECD. ECD, you just put the date there. I would also, that will put upright, which shows that you are learning something right now. That's fantastic. In the interview, artist, so what is this? This is a new course that you're doing after 10 over years. Your degree is like 10 years back. Fantastic. What are you studying now? What motivates you? That's a fantastic, you know, the subject to ask during the interview to understand what the student, the participant, you know, the job seeker is. What is it? Where is he? What does he think of? The person who always learn will always learn in the company. You know, when I recruit, if you are learning right now, when I bring you on board in my team, in my company, I know that you are willing to learn because you are always taking up something. Fantastic, right? That's fantastic. Experiences. All right. Experiences is also very, very important. Of course, normally, I mean, it is the norm for all of us to have experience, like we work like here 6 months, there 1 year, and there 2 years. Of course, that is how the growth comes. But do not please all in. No, just please the one that you stayed on long, which also another pointer to tell you, don't jump jobs too frequently unless, of course, you're retrenched. That's no doubt. But put up the years that you have the longest. 1, 2, 3. I tell you right now, 3 bullets is the max. Although you have had 10 jobs, don't type all 10. 3 best. The most number of years spent experience, put it there. Number 1, number 2, number 3. Number 1 company, put on your position, put on the years from where to where, how long, and that's it, your experiences. All right. That will also show the recruiter where you are. Number 5, excellences. Okay, number 5. Now, once you write the experience, of course, most of them, almost all the resumes, they only write about their job description. All right. I'm an admin assistant. So I file up, I do filing, I use this software, I use computer, I compile reports, I publish reports. Yes, but that's your JD. JD means your job description. That's the job you're supposed to do. But did you do it? If you do it, how did you perform it? Did you do it well? Did you meet your deadlines? I do not know that. So instead of writing experiences in as JD, please, number 5, write your excellence. What are you competent in? I'll give you an example. For instance, you write, September 2020, Apple lead a project worth of 4 million and supported the program team to, engage in this system product transfer. So that is where your excellence. So instead of putting your JD, put on all the projects that you have done in your job, the one that you like to talk about, the one that you think that you participated and the project did well. Write about that. So write about your competencies, rather than your job description. This excellence one, the one with the dates, this date I did that, this date I did this, put that instead of your job description. That will go very well. Next is your strength. Now, strengths, instead of writing about strengths, instead writing about team building, I'm a team builder, I'm a multitasker. Instead of putting those norm kind of strength that you see is an example, what put strength that the recruit is looking for. What am I looking for? What's your strength? If you have a transport, that's my strength. You have a transport. All right. If you are able to travel outstation or overseas, that's a strength. That's the strength the recruiter is looking for. Am I able to send you to Penang, send you here, send you there? Are you able to travel? So willing to travel, able to travel in short notice, that's a strength. Having a car, process own transport, and that's a strength. Meeting deadlines, that's a strength. Put strengths that relate to the job. Not the strength that you think you are very fascinated about and it's very a hoo-ha, with your friends. Not that. What does the job require? What strength would support the job? Study that and put those strengths. 7 power up. I'm up to my last. Interest. Now, hobbies and interest. Is it important? Some people think, not important. Why you want to write that? I like to watch TV. I like to play games. Why do I want to put that in a resume? But yes, put that on, because we want to see if you are an all-rounder. Do you have a good sense of humor? I like you. All right. So you don't stress up, So those kind of hobbies and interests is nice. And relate hobbies and interests that you stated, don't just put baking, So you have to add on another line to say how that interest is going to help you work better, perform well in your job. How? For instance, let me give you an example. Like, for instance, okay, marathons, interest. I like to go marathon. So you put bullet number 1, marathon. Fine. I know it's healthy. All right. No questions about that. But how is it going to help me in my job? I'm the recruiter now. Okay. So how is it going to help me? So you put build resilience, endurance. I'm tough. So marathons make you tough. So I would assume, oh, this guy can take pressure. I like him. All right. So still interest that would benefit you and bring you up. So these are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tips that you can power up your resume. All right. Now, before we go on, I will stop sharing. Okay. And it's too quiet there.
Yes.
All right. I paused it. Let's go on another round of participants. Wait, hang on.
You want to go through the chat question, Susi?
Okay. I've done my resume. I'm going up to the interview. The interview will take another 7 tips. All right. So go. Let's take up another participant. Did that help you? What is your challenge? All right. Let me see. Colleen, can you pick up a name, please? Tell me your name, your location. What is your challenge? What is your achievement? Or anything related to the program. Yes, go ahead.
Can I call Jody, Faye, or Sharani?
Hi, hello.
Hi.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jody. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Okay. So I was a quantity surveyor and worked for around 13 years. I have been retrenched lately due to the company no longer have any project. So currently I'm looking for a job as well. I faced the problem like what Jacqueline and Vera mentioned just now, which is during the interview, they were like asking you why you get retrenched and are you able to pick up if we take you in, etc., something like that. So I hope that through today's workshop I'm able to gain some skills to upskill myself to overcome this in the future interview. Yeah, that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay,
That's fantastic. Another person?
Angela. Yeah, Faye. Go ahead.
Sorry. Hello everyone. I'm Faye. I'm from Selangor. So actually the biggest challenge that I faced during interview, I mean previous, because my last job was 10 years in the same role. But after that I have another interview, then I joined a new company, which is they also like showing the work-life balance company. So after I joined, then I resigned. Okay. So it's because like it's not really work-life balance lah, honestly. So the biggest challenge is like, normally they said we can actually not really to like tell the recruiter or employer or put in our resume regarding our pay, right? It's a salary. I mean, so normally we can actually no need to like let the employer know or the recruiter know. But I think this is kind of like challenge lah, because I don't think now the employer and also the recruiter, they don't want to know your previous job pay, because they want to compare maybe. But what I want to say is like the previous experience doesn't mean for my future performance. So they just like they judge your requirement, your qualification based on the pay. I'm not really sure lah, but this is just my feeling lah. Okay, so yeah, my sharing, that's all. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Angelique, Sharani.
You're calling me, is it, Colin?
Yeah. Say something.
Hi, everybody. I'm Angeline. I hope it's a good day for everyone. I really enjoyed the section just now. It's an eye opener. Okay, I do publish journals, papers, more of educational journals in banking. Banking is my expertise. I enjoy being in the senior management, more to C-level, so I don't think I have to talk more about that. But I'm keen to know more that how can we publish ebooks. I mean, this session may not be suitable to go in length, but maybe Rani, you may want to a humble request.
Sure. Maybe we will ask Miss Susi if she can do a digital publishing session on another day for us.
I mean, maybe not at this round, but I would like to take the opportunity just to forward my request,
Sure.
So I'm at this age of 50 plus where I have so much to give, and I enjoy being in the power seat. So of course I'm looking for at this stage, right? Only I can only look for a high level post. Not that I said I do not want to go for medium, but it has been tough, But I really want to do something on the digital books, So I think that's all. Thanks so much. I hope to hear more from Miss Susi.
All right, thank you. Can we have one more?
One more? Sharini, are you available? No? Mala? Hi, Mala.
Hi.
Yeah, can you speak a bit louder, a bit soft?
Okay, I'm Malar here. I'm from Johor actually. Now I'm in Malacca. My background, I'm a special education teacher actually. So I'm attached with the NGO, and normally we go to schools and we just pull out a few slow learners, and we will give 20 weeks class for them. So it's a kind of a project actually, but now due to MCO, we are doing online classes for the students, and it's more to like volunteering actually. And I'm also volunteer at Kiwani, Samoa, and also Malacca. But now, because Malacca having election, so most of the school are closed. The special school are closed because they are underage and they are not vaccinated. So maybe they will start back next year. And currently, we cannot go to the school also because they are not allowed outsider to come in. So to say like I'm jobless right now, so we just finished one project for our NGO, and now I'm desperately looking for a job. So that's why after I heard from this workshop, I think I have to upgrade my resume. Currently, because I have nothing to do, so I just join my master in education with the university, just like a September intake. So that's about me. Thank you.
Fantastic. All right, okay. Shall we continue? Anyone want to say something before we continue?
Susi, there are some questions in the chat. Have you had a look?
Oh, sorry. Okay. Question in the chat. Okay, I shared my links in the chat. Okay. CV has to follow this sequence. No, it's not a followed sequence, but there is a template. This is 7 items need to be there. Not in that particular order. It's just that the 7 information has to be in the resume, among many others if you have space. Yes. Of course, you can't go in that order. You just place it like name on top, the credentials you want to put here, strengths you put on your left. It depends. There's the space on the page, but it's just that 7 tips and tricks, 7 information has to be in your resume. Take a look in your resume. Is it there? Or if it's there, is it where it's more apparent on the recruiter point of view. Think of the recruiter. What would he know when he reads this? Is it beneficial to you, to him? Does he need to know about your SPM? No. Degree, yes. You see, so ask this question, all right, with the information that you have in the resume. Thanks for asking. Any other questions?
Yes, actually, Susi, I have here. Beryl asked this question. What's the difference between resume and CV?
All right, okay. Resume is a short one-page thing that you send it out. It's a resume means it portrays you, your credentials and all. CV is more lengthy. It's more, like I said, you put a QR code and you put a 7-page, 4-page, curriculum detail. That's it's very lengthy. It's very detailed. It's very proportionate, to all your awards, and you have a lot of projects you can add on there.
Okay,
right.
and the next,
it's generally one-page thing. Yes, go ahead, Rani.
Okay, the next question was, how about certificates for online learning, like when they do these courses with Coursera, Udemy, etc.? Is it too much to add in, or what would you advise?
Okay, let's look at the job that you're applying for. Would that cost, be an add-on, advantage to that position that you're applying for? Yes, put it on. Why not? Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then the next question is from Faye. She asked, vision can be work-life balance, but will the recruiter or employer straight away to eliminate her name?
Now, put a big dream, put your dream, like 10 years from now, where do you see yourself? In your career, because your resume is a passport to get calls for interview. Like I say, it's representing you. So in that manner, where when they, let's say in an interview, they ask you, where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Answer that question as your vision.
Nice.
Answer that question. That would be the answer as a vision. Of course, I call it a vision, but it is to help you, to strengthen your pie. Your piece of your pie, in the job interview market. So your pie has to be bigger, your piece, your percentage has to be bigger. So the more bigger that you have, a bigger vision that you have, because managers, they like visionary people who want to be somebody better. Right. I have a position for an engineer. If you say, you want to be a project manager in 5 years from now, I like you. I can give you big work. All right. I know that you are ready to take a big task because that's your road leads there. So that's a thumbs up resume. Second, visionary. So you caught my attention, like I want this. I don't care what's your CGPA, I want you. So that's the add-on to us. Most people don't, push or pay attention and put, all the, like I say, small steps, the little things matters. Next question.
Okay,
I
and
like
I think, and I think you have answered Hui Chin's question where she said in the CV or resume, must they follow the sequence that you have given just now? Yeah. And also, I believe Sharini, she had a problem with her line, but she says that she's in now. So maybe Sharini, you want to share?
Yes, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Sharini here and I'm from Subang. So, I learned a lot from your session, Miss. So, I think I can use these tips and tricks to improve my CV because I'm a fresh graduate who's like struggling at the moment to secure a job. I have I went for various interviews, but I don't know what's the problem, and they don't tell you exactly why or what, because every time they say okay and give me a green light, after that they ghost me. So I'm surprised as to why. And yeah, that's the thing I would like to share. That's what I was trying to venture into digital marketing or anything for that matter, because currently it's really hard to get a job now. So I've been applying like everywhere, but I don't know what's happening. So that's the thing. Yeah, that's what's happening with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fresh graduate. Okay. So when I have positions for fresh graduates, sometimes I do. Sometimes for senior engineer, I rather take an engineer and then give them an opportunity to get promoted. Even fantastic, right? So I would like that. I mean, I'm saying like in a lower level, I will take 1 or 2 grades lower, a fresh grade, because sometimes certain positions, even though you are a higher, in a higher rank, I still have to train you. So in those kind of jobs, I rather take a freshie because they are very open. They are not like a groomed, like I want to do this way. Last company I work this way. They don't talk like that. And they're open. They're like, okay, go ahead, teach me. Teach me. Tell me what am I supposed to do, and then they take it from there. So that's fantastic. So that is your power advantage for fresh grads. You are a power learner. So in your resume and strength, you put that power learner. You learn fast and you adapt very fast. And number 2, if you have transport, you are another strength. You have another strength. Most graduates don't have car. They don't have transport. The daddy need to send, the daddy need to send. Okay. So if you have your own vehicle transport to able, so as a fresh grad, put that in as your strength. Don't put multitasking, independent. Don't want that. I don't want that. Like, can you do the job? What are the requirements I need? Like, you're able to work late. That's a strength. You possess transport. That's a strength. You are able to travel outstation. Fantastic. And you fast learner and you're able to handle projects. That's fantastic. 4 strength. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very nice. Okay. Put it there under your strength. So that's fantastic. Okay. Let's say I got a fresh grad. Okay. I have 3 resumes. All 3 CGPA very chante, very strong. All degree in I just relate to engineering. Just take it from there. Okay, all degree in engineering. One from different universities. Very nice. Okay. Now, Tisha, is it? Okay. Why would I choose you? I have 5. Why would I choose you? You have what everybody, all the 5 has. So I'm looking. So I'm searching in the resume like something so that I point at you. This is how I look at a resume. Tell me something. Just show me something, some kind of words that I can hang on to, like, this is the guy I want. What is it? Okay, for instance, I would recommend you for fresh graduates. Of course, you may not have the working experience, but you have a lot of college curricular activities, right? You organize, you go for community service. Okay, so it's in your experiences, you put your curricular activities. For instance, I give you an example. All right. If you put community service, I did a fundraiser in November 2020, okay. And in your competency, you put there by supporting community services. I enriched my social economic awareness. I am more adaptable to oriented cultures. I mastered the costing methodology and funding the report analysis for the project. Fantastic. That's your advantage. So you put that specific activities that you take and put your learning there in specific. You did a report analysis, and you learned the socio-economic, and now you started to value the culture. You see, that is only one event. What about other events? Put it all out. I will take you. Because every event, you don't just say, I did that, I did this, I did that. Yeah, but what did you learn? I know you did that because the university asked you to. But because I'm from local university, so I know there's a requirement. You have to attend this, this. But what did you learn? What did you learn from it? So I engaged in a camp. So I acquired leadership skills. I managed to bring a team to do that, do this, so you put it more specifically. Then I will know that the resume is not doctored. I will know that that is you. Put a date there. All right, this date I went to this camp and I learned I was the leader for 3. No, you only be a team of 3. A group of 3, you were the leader, but what did you learn? That's fantastic. Okay. All right. So I'm talking a lot here. So let's go on to our job interview. I have more talking to do. Okay. Interview. Okay. Now let me share my screen. Okay. Dare to be interviewed. All right. This is like a dare game. All right. Okay. Now, interviews. Once you get that call, so your resume has done the job. So the first part of the step is done, checked. Next check is the interview. Now you have to nail the interview. Every position, we are required to interview at least 3. You know, for the HR to say, hey, how come you just interview 1, you take him? Cannot, I need 3. So they will force us to interview 3. So I have no choice. I have to go in and just, but I don't want to waste their time. All right. So I do the first screening over the phone. I'll ask, why are you looking? Are you interested? Are you available? Are you able to do it? Would you be willing to come for interview? I do the first level screening over the phone. Then I let him come over. Okay. Now it's all an online game. Okay. It's even more better. And the competition is even bigger. All right. So you have to stand out online. You with online, just the TV, just up to here only. Okay, so what do? I just say what they want to ask. No, there is a lot of work to be done because I know that people, all those little things matters. As a recruiter, if you put on a lot of value and effort in that interview, I notice it and I like it. I will mark it. Okay, and every time we interview, the recruiter has a paper. And he will do all that checkings, that markings. He has to write, justify whether he like you or not. He still has to write it in. What does he see? What is the criteria? Does he fill the criteria? So we have a form to fill. So like it or not, we have to fill that up and the recruiter has to do his work, his homework also. So he's asking questions in a structured way, but there are many little ways that you can stand out in an interview, although it's a very generic one. Okay, let's go into the interview skills. Here I have listed 7 skills. Okay, number 1. Where is my interview? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, there are more, but I put the I kind of like summed it up to the first 7 is the most important one. Punctual. Okay, this one I did not say, but it is important. When you look at it, it's like, of course, it's 3 o'clock. I'm going to be there, 3 o'clock. Fine. But look at this workshop itself. How many of you came about 5 minutes earlier? You did not. Do you know that during an interview, just as a workshop, the recruiter goes in about 5 to 10 minutes, at least 10 minutes earlier, to on that link and to wait for the participant to come in. What if the participant comes in 10 minutes earlier before he even starts? Or the recruiter, the hiring manager is the one that he has to be there. Only then the bosses or the HR will follow in onto the link. So if you have like 5 minutes advance before, the whole orchestra starts, if you have 5 minutes, just one-to-one with the hiring manager, he will just banter with you, like, hey, you are early. So did you have your coffee? Did you have your lunch? Are you good? Don't get nervous. This is okay. He will just banter with you. So knowing that you are there 5 minutes early, put you in the top rank 1. All right. You already get my attention. You are not sweating. You are not like, oh my God, I'm late. You don't do that. And when you're on, you're already ready. You are ready. Your shoulders are up high. You're not scratching. You're not bending to take things, and you're not, cluttering here and there. I don't hear a lot of noises. You're just on and you're just straight looking at and say, hello, madam. Hi, good morning, good evening. I'm here for the interview. I'm kind of nervous, but I'm here. Say that outright, honest, nice, frank, outright, direct. And that way, you also can take that first step, to do the ice breaking instead of the hiring manager. Ask them, how do you do? I know that you're busy and I hope to make this time good use of this time, and also give you that advantage to be able to, be a part of your team. Say that, be punctual. Punctuality is number 1. Number 2, image. Image is very, very important. how you dress up. You tie your hair, you don't tie your hair, you wear your blazer, you do not wear your blazer, what you're supposed to wear, what you're supposed to do. All this image is very important. Of course, you say, don't judge the book by the cover. No, we judge. Okay, we look at you. Your hair is all messed up. We kind of get very restless. What? This one, you know? And when you're talking, your hair keeps dropping. You keep picking on your hair. So image is very important. Be steady, be neat. Guys just shave up, put on a tie. It's just an online interview. It's very fast, effort, little things, effort, So do you know in the interview, you have 60 seconds, to grab the attention when you talk. 60 seconds. In the first 60 seconds, I couldn't make up my mind, yes or no. So the first 60 seconds is the most important 60 seconds for the interview for you to make it or break it. All right. So before you start talking, your 60 seconds, your punctuality, your image, the room, perfect. You don't go for, I want to be good. You go for perfection. Whatever you do it right and be the best. You want to wear your baju, you put a best baju that you have. You have a nice smile, you wear it, smile. Just smile when you look at them, you have a smile. If you're nervous, you just say, I'm kind of nervous, but I'm glad that I'm here and I'm one of the interviewers for today. Stay. All right. Listen. Next. When the interviewer is speaking, when the recruiting manager, hiring manager is actually speaking, listen first. He is actually giving you a lot of information. You know that when I start out, I'm recruiting you, I'm interviewing you right now. Okay, I'm saying, hi, Rani. All right, I'm Susi here. This is my company ABC. We have this position available, admin assistant, and you are here today. So in this company, we are doing this. So what do? You listen. You listen. Why? Because when you listen, you will know whatever the recruiter is saying is important for them. If I'm saying that this job is an open job, that means I am stressing about that. So whatever the recruiter is saying in his opening, of course, he introduces himself also. All right. If he doesn't, of course, you can ask him, may I know who am I speaking? How shall I address you, ma'am? You say that, then they'll say, oh, yes, okay, I am so and so. All right. So listen attentively, because when you listen, you ask the right questions. What question to ask? When you listen, you ask. Just like today, when you are listening to me, you ask a lot of questions. What if that? What if this? So if you do not have questions, I immediately know that you are not listening. How come? Whatever I said about the company, you got no questions. How many departments? Is this a new job? Is it a new vacancy? Is it an additional? Are you expanding? You got a lot of questions. So when you listen, you have questions. Journal. This is a fantastic tip for all of you in an interview. Even today, I have paper, I have pen. All right. As I listen, I write, I take note. So when I speak, when the recruiter is talking, and then I see the candidate is actually writing out notes. Wouldn't you want to speak more? Yes, because he's taking notes. And I know that he's listening. So I am glad that he's actually taking it seriously and he's taking notes and he's writing it down. Or to write something at least. But at least, just start doing your journaling. Write down. Okay, Mr. Madam Susi is the name, and she's recruiting me, and this is the company. What 3 things that she said is, number 1, got this department. Write it down and do your journaling on the spot. Let the recruiter know that you are writing it down. That would be a fantastic one. I know that you are attentive. Number 2, distraction. Out of distraction. Please don't during the interview. Please drink water earlier. During the interview, don't take the bottle, start drinking. I will know that, you are very restless. I'm only going to talk to you for 30 minutes. So do not have distraction, and do not distract the hiring manager. Your phone, don't keep looking. I don't have my phone here with me. You see, even I don't have my phone. So don't keep looking at your phone. Every minute you keep looking, even though you put it in silent, yes. But when you look at your phone, it just keeps popping up your messages. You're very popular. A lot of messages comes. Good luck in your interview. Good luck in your interview. You keep looking at it, that's a distraction. I would stop and ask, do you have somewhere important to go? I will ask you that. All right. So do not please, any distractions, all the distractions on your phone, please put it away. Unless there is something that the recruiter says and you say, I want to take your number. I'm going to type your number. I'm going to use my phone. Okay, then it's fine. Okay, other than that, zero distraction. Okay. I put Murphy here. Okay. This is actually to remind me to tell you the right thing. Okay. Murphy, do you know Murphy's law? It says like whatever will go wrong. All right. So do plan for errors. Do plan for screw-ups. Do plan for it. Be prepared. Okay. At the time of interview, 3 o'clock interview, Zoom. There is no internet. There's no Unify. It goes down. The electricity goes down. Anything is possible. All right. So prepare. What are you going to do then? What if this happens? What if that happens? Prepare outright. What if you have an interview? Suddenly your friends, even today, 3 o'clock, I'm supposed to go in. 2:45, 2:50, 2:40. My husband's friend comes in, chit-chatting. I'm like, hello, I have a workshop at 3 o'clock. Can you guys just leave? So what do? I relocate. So we have to be that upfront. We have to be upbeat. We have to be on our toes. Always plan. All right. What is my last one? Fear. Yes. This is a mega killer. All right. Fear. Fear consumes you. All right. What is the worst thing that can happen during an interview? I tell this to fresh graduates also. You go for an interview. What's the worst thing that can happen? Kissing your parents? What is it? What is the worst thing that you can happen? You panic. All right. Well, if you are late, you're already panicking from the beginning. All right. So panic. Once you panic, you get nervous. What do? Let me just tell you one. Let's say, even though you are fully experienced, suddenly they ask you one question that take you off guard. All right. You panic. And you panic. Once you're not able to focus. They ask something, you say something else. And the recruiter will know, oh, this boy is just wasting my time. And he will also cut it short. And you cut your chances out just because you panic. I would advise you to just do this. Once you panic, you tell the recruiter, the hiring manager, you just tell him, ma'am or sir, I'm actually panicking. I'm kind of very nervous now. I need a second. Can you just give me 2 seconds? I'll come back. So definitely the hiring manager won't say, I don't care. I'm time's up. You have to be on. No, he wouldn't say that. He will definitely say, go ahead, take 5 seconds. I also want to get my drink. I'll come back. Yes, make it, take a 5 seconds off, like take a break. Go and calm yourself down, drink some water, come back, sit, and then start talking. And another one that I would recommend for fresh graduates, maybe the older ones, you have more experience, you don't go panicky, but the freshies, yeah, possibly. I would advise you to write a script. This is the question. When they ask me, I'm going to do that. I'm going to say this. Write a script. So when you get nervous, you're like, I wrote something. Can I just read it for a while? When you start reading, then you'll calm yourself down. And of course, the recruiter also feel, wow, this candidate actually has written out something for me. Fantastic. So all the more, however the situation is, bring it to your advantage. You can. All right. You just have to plan it out. Look at your past interviews. What actually happened? What actually transpired? Look at your past interviews and you can plan it out. All these are the 7 tips for your interview, for you to upskill yourself and to be perfect. Now, tell me about yourself. This is the first question, a norm question. A norm. Everybody asks you, maybe other questions you may not know, but a norm one, I would ask you, tell me about yourself. Once I do this, what I do is when the candidate is speaking about himself, I will look at the resume and I will pick 1 or 2 to ask him. Something is outstanding. I will ask, whoa, you've been a team leader for 3 years and you've won an award. That's very fantastic. So I will look for things to ask him just to break the ice from the resume. So my question is, tell me about yourself. You know that this is going to be the first question. What do you do? What do you do? I have here 4 tips for you to nail. Tell me about yourself, right? As I say, you have 60 seconds. Once you start speaking, your turn to start speaking is when the question comes. Tell me about yourself. It's your turn. Start speaking. You know, when I say Rani, tell me about yourself. So that's your first 60 seconds to nail it. Okay, like I say, make it or break it. All right, 60 seconds. So knowing how heavy, how important and serious this thing is for you, this question is for you, plan it out. Number one, plan. Number two, prepare a draft. What are you going to say? Tell me about yourself. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this. Short, 100 words. Write it out, script it out, and practice it, and then perform to your highest confidence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the 4 steps for every interview questions for you to prepare up ahead. And if you panic, you just say, I wrote something for you. Can I read it? I will definitely say yes. That's definite yes. So that will also help you in your interview. So please scan here this QR code. I have actually prepared a YouTube video. All right, I prepared a YouTube video. You can scan this, you go to my YouTube video, go in, listen to Tell Me About Yourself. Listen to that. I have made a full script for you. Listen to that and just put your name and change the information there. That is how a perfectly doctored answer to nail this question right. Most people talk about your family. I have a sister, brother. I have 4. You are just wasting your time. Speak about what that will push you and will attract the attention of the recruiter. Normally, I will do role play. We are up to questions here. I will stop for now for a second. I'll stop sharing. We will come back. Okay, so questions for me, please. Questions? Oh, yes. And before I forget, I also have prepared a quiz for you. So if you are attentive, I prepared a quiz for you. I'll give you later. No panicking. So there is a quiz for you to test yourself, like how engagement is it the participants are, and also a quiz to test yourself. So there's a quiz for you later on. So for now, I stopped it for a while. Questions for me? Rani, could you please read out the questions, please? I will send you in the chat the link to the YouTube video. Tell me about yourself. Go ahead. Any question?
Yeah, so far no new questions, Susie.
Oh, all right. Okay. So no new questions. Hold on, I'm looking for the link. The YouTube link. Tell me about yourself. After this, put some effort. Go and look up. Where's my link? Okay, here it is. Look up to the video. I have because I keep repeating it, so I did a YouTube video about how to answer that question. Tell me about yourself. That's my YouTube video. So go in, click at it. If you want, you can. All right, you can submit me the answer to that. I will type out my hold on, my email address in the chat group. You can email me. I will take a look. I will comment. Even your your resume. Power it up, send to me. I can also give you a feedback. Why not? I can help you. I will immediately, I have a very trained eye. Thousands of resume. I can immediately say, write more about that. Take this one out. Push this further. How does it look like? First look. I can give you that. So that would be also help you in your pathway to your career search.
Thanks, Susie.
Okay, so shall we move on? Okay, then I will continue my sharing then. Continue my sharing. Hold on.
Question here from Harjay. He said, how do we deal with social anxiety?
Sorry, social anxiety. A lot of new terms now. Does it mean that you are in sense? I mean, does it mean that you are very anxious when you're surrounded with people? Is that what?
RJ, maybe you can actually switch on and ask the question. It'll be easier.
Oh yeah, yes.
No, actually, RJ's camera and mic is not working.
Okay,
All right.
okay.
He had already preempted just now to me, so maybe he can continue
So if you
typing.
get anxious, in working with people, I mean, can we just specifically focus on the interview, or is it in your working when you're in a job? Is it that, or shall I focus on the interview, your anxiety? Okay, for instance, let's say for an interview, online you won't have social anxiety, right, Suresh? Because it's an online interview.
RJ.
RJ. Question from RJ. Yeah.
RJ. Okay, RJ. So I think the online interview, you would not have a social anxiety because there's no socialness. There's just you and a person in a laptop. So you can throw him a meter away. So assume it's a face-to-face. Okay, face-to-face interview. You go up there, so be early. That will calm you down. Because everything is new. You have to scan, you have to write your name, you have to go here, you have to take up, you have to go to the room, you have to wait for, everything is new. And all those cost a lot of new things and new requirement, fill up the form, all this will cause a lot of nervousness. I would recommend that you go early, get all that settled, where you just wait for the manager to come in. In that sense, you are already calm. When you wait for somebody, that means you have done your part, you just wait. All right. Then you can calm yourself down. That's number one. Number two, as I suggested earlier, put up a script, write down. Okay. So when you get nervous, you can say, I have already prepared. Can I just read it? There is no recruiter who say, no, you cannot read, you have to talk. Nobody would say that. It also shows that you come prepared, right? You're prepared because you have wrote it down. And the recruiter, of course, the recruiter will not know you wrote it word by word. He would just assume that you wrote down a few things for you to share during the interview. So go ahead and read it out. Reading and preparing a script, preparation will calm you down, and break the anxiety. Next is preparing for the worst. List out what are the worst things that makes you very anxious. What is it? What are the things that makes you anxious? And have a plan for it. So that way, also again, preparation will calm you down. And now you have to go to the interview, right, to get a job, and you're not going to work in a company solo, you are going to work in a team. So that's, unless you're an entrepreneur, you start your own, business. If you go in a company, you have to have teamwork, you're not a solo. So that kind of socialing, so you have to go about it. Find a friend, find a mentor, find a buddy, and go along that. Did I answer your question?
Yes.
Yeah, but I actually, being nervous in interview is not a social anxiety or something. It's actually very common. It's very common. It's very common. It's just that ice breaking. That is why when I see that you're very sweaty, you're sweating and all, I'll kind of talk about like what you had for lunch. So because I want to calm you down. All right. That is why I will think like, why don't you just write down something for you to read? Why don't you come prepared? I will feel that. I will feel sorry for you. Like, is there something that you wish you could say right now, but you couldn't? If you had wrote it down, maybe you could just read it out for me. I am well and fine. Instead of you being also sweaty and jittery over there, right? So that would sense. All right. All right. Yeah. Smile. Yeah, just smile, just be candid about it and just say, I'm kind of, hands are pretty shaky right now. Okay. So, shall we go to the quiz?
We have one more question, Susie, from
go ahead.
from Mengi. What is the opportunity or challenge to succeed in the interview, especially in the pandemic currently?
Okay. Or not, interviews are always ongoing. The pandemic season is actually hard. It's because there is a lot of people out of job. Okay. But do you know that every year there is about 30 to 40,000, every semester being pumped out to the job market. it is a norm. The competition, of course, it's a pandemic now, but the competition for the job search and for that job application and that first position is actually a norm. Every semester, that's twice a year, 30 to 40,000 fresh graduates are actually pumped out into the job market. That is only local fresh graduates. What about those, being retrenched and all that? So having competition, job search, a lot of people there going for the same job, it's actually a norm. The point is how you can stand out. Getting the call for the interview, is actually like a golden chance for you. It's a treasure, you being chosen is one of the candidates. Even if it's to fill quota, who knows? You can change their mind. Be saying that the person, you are the person for them. So all these tips and tricks, of course, apart from the main core interviews, the 7 tips is apart from it that people take for granted. But if you had taken this extra effort for all those 7 items, I would definitely take notice as a recruiter. Did I answer your question? If I don't, please ask me another question. Maybe rephrase it. All right. It's 4:40 now.
Time flies.
We will have another Q&A.
Yeah, sure.
On our next break. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, we are at our questions now. And okay, it's quiz time. It's quiz time. Sorry. Okay, it's quiz time. Okay, I'll stop sharing. Okay, I am going to put up a link at the chat. And I would request all the participants in the chat link. Here, try to go to the link, including Colin, Suresh, and Rani. Go to the link. I will test all of you also. All right.
You put us under stress right now. You're muted.
Suresh,
you're muted already.
Suresh, use her advice, right? When you panic, what to do. Now you can practice.
It's like Rani says, you smile. All right. Sit back in the panic also.
True.
All right. Okay. So try to click on the link. Yes. Try that, please.
There is a code to key in, right?
Go to Google, click on the link, and it will trigger to ask your name. Click to join. You need a code. Okay, yes, hang on. Yes, the code.
Cool.
The code. Let me try the code is 6365. Code is 6365 91. Yep, that's the code. Or try this link with the code. This link is with the code.
Okay.
Try the link with the code. Go in, and I see RJ is in. Then I would like hold on. I did that wrongly. Hang on. Continue.
No time to answer, also gone already.
Yeah. Hang on. I missed that out. Okay, here. The next link, please. Click on the next link. All right.
Okay.
And now put your name in, and I'll wait for your participants to come in. And then when once you are in, I will click start, and then we will run the quiz. I see Ian, I see RJ, I see Kalin, Huijin. Yes, thank you. Rani, you are in. Yes, please wait up for me to click start. Sharani, yes. Colin, Jody, yes. I see Shafinas. Go ahead. Ahmad, yes. Lu Mengi, yes. Malar. Any more? Faye, yes, welcome. Hold on, I will click start, Suresh. Are we in?
Come on, everybody.
Come on. Did I miss anyone?
We always will learn something.
Yes. Doesn't matter. It's just you know.
Me, I can't get in. I can't get in.
Mangalika?
Yeah, I can't get in.
Okay, hold
I'm
on,
still waiting for it to load.
Okay, you are using
yes,
the latest link, yeah?
Latest link, yes.
You see, it says you can
This
wait
one,
for it to
click on
become
this, the latest
responsive.
one, yeah.
Try
The
the latest.
8510. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
My internet connection, okay, wait.
Okay, should I start?
Wait, hang on. I'm still waiting for this
Mangalika
thing
is
to
on the way.
Yeah, Mangalika is on the way.
the quiz thingy.
Yeah.
Mangalika is on some music for us.
Okay.
I thought the music was coming from the quiz.
No. Mangalika, are you in?
I click start.
Yes, she's in. She's
All
in.
right, okay. I shall start now. Okay, you have 10 seconds for each question.
Sorry.
So, right on.
It's still loading.
Ayan is leading now. Sharon is leading now. 10 seconds for each question. Come on.
Hi, my name is Kyle Lode. I'm the CTO and founder at Cruise, and I want to thank you for joining us today at our special Under the Hood event, where you're going to hear what makes a Cruise AV work, what makes it tick, a little bit about where we are today, and then perhaps most importantly, the things we're doing to move commercialization and into rapid scaling. Before we get into that, I want to take a little step back and talk about how I ended up working on this. It's a very personal problem to me. As long as I can remember, even when I was a teenager.
All right. So, thank you for participating. I have
Electric cars that you can ride around.
very good participation here.
Me to kind of drive through a
How did you all find the quiz?
I'm fascinated with this idea.
Good,
of taking
good.
tasks that humans do every day.
Okay. So, hang on. We have the winners. We have 5 winners here.
Just a contest.
Rani, you're not one of them?
Yeah, I know.
For a while, and then I'm back in the same spot.
Just
again,
telling you,
working
okay. Number 1, we have, I think somebody's, Mangalika, can you please mute your
Wait.
session? Yeah, sorry.
value. On the technical challenges,
I'm still
that,
answering questions,
think
so I'm
about
trying to figure out how
we've
to
asked
mute.
computers to do before. We've had computers that can be
All right, okay.
computers.
Okay, we have number 1 is Colleen Lowe. Congratulations.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're number 1.
Thank you.
You got all the 17 questions right. Perfect.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Hui Chuin, is it? That's number 2.
Yeah.
You are the top
Okay.
2. All right. Sharini, you are number 3. Beryl, you're number 4. And Shakin is number 5. So
Nice.
that's fantastic. Let me just save that also. So that's just the quiz for you to, get your attention. If you've been sleeping, so that the quiz gets the attention, put you all on your toes. Okay, so okay, so I have placed. Hold on, let me go back to my slide. I'm finishing. Congratulations to all the winners. I have a gift for you. I will contact Rani later. Okay, hang on. Share screen, share. All right, okay. So, yes, in the chat box, I have put a Google form for you to go in and give me your feedback. So feedback is very important for me to know whether I said it right and I got it right, and whether the information actually vetted through and it is of use, for good use, put to good use. The time spent from not only me, also for you, you are also spending the 2 hours here. And of all this social media, this is all my pages, my podcast. I also have a podcast, but I'm still working on it. It's under construction. YouTube channel, please go in and subscribe. What's that I said? Tell me about yourself. The video is there, subscribe it. I'll put more videos in. I have other videos also, you can go in and see. Please subscribe. Facebook, LinkedIn and Instagram, it's all my name is Susitra Karan. You can search, connect with me, and any post, any help that you need with your post, tag me. When you tag me, I know that you need help, so I will reshare, post it, comment on it, and help you out. Why not? It doesn't, cause it just takes a second. So that is also, I help people. And LinkedIn, I have 8,000 over almost 9,000 connections, mostly managers and above, including Suresh was one of the person that I interviewed for my book. So, which is all fantastic. And also they are very supportive. So if you are looking for a job, you need to have a LinkedIn account. Please open up a LinkedIn account, connect me there. Even though you have 1, 2 or 3 people or 10 people, you put a post, you tag me, I will share your post to 9,000 over people, and you will be heard, you will be seen. So this is how we do networking. So write about your
Susi,
likes, your wants.
Sorry,
Yes.
Susi, I think it shows here you are trying to screen share, but the screen share hasn't appeared yet. Maybe can you try to
I am sharing my screen.
No, our side we
No.
can't see. We can't see.
Yeah, we cannot see anything.
He says
So,
Maybe can stop sharing and reshare.
I stop
Yeah.
and then I share again. I think my Susan, can you see now?
You say Susi Sutra Karan has started screen sharing, but it hasn't shown yet. Yeah.
Why? Yeah. Pause, resume. My one says you are screen sharing.
No.
You don't see, maybe it's a usual internet issue, but yeah, we can stop and try again.
Try again. I tried. Thanks for letting me know. Okay, I stopped that. And I will share. How about now? Are you all able to see?
No, I think you are screen sharing, but you're not pointing to your document.
Is it? Hang on.
When you select, most probably.
Yeah, when I select,
yeah,
I select again. Yeah. Okay. Now?
No.
Nope.
Oh, how come? It worked earlier.
Is your document open already?
Yes, it is. My file is always open.
Okay.
Your desktop, right? Or your...
You're still not able to see, is it?
No.
Anyway, luckily it happened at the end. I met to my... okay, so...
Is it a link that you are sharing?
No, it's my PowerPoint slide.
Oh.
It's still the slide. I'm continuing
Maybe
my
you
slide.
can just close the slide and open the slide again and then share.
Yeah, that'll be the best actually. Yeah.
Yes, okay, I close
Just try, just try.
Anything in Microsoft Windows don't work, close down, open. That's the usual joke, right? Close down and then open. Okay.
The same with computer, not working, off and on again.
No, that's the usual joke with Microsoft. And how many Microsoft engineers do you need to change a light bulb, right? That's the usual joke.
Yes.
You need what, 5 or 7 engineers to change a light bulb. I think that must have been created by Steve Jobs and Apple, you know.
How about now?
Nope, not yet.
No.
Change, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why.
Just randomly screen share something else, Susi.
Share something else. Okay, hang on. Yes, I can do that. Okay. Okay, I do one here. Share my share. I'm sharing my bookstore. Are you able to see?
No.
No.
Oh, nothing I share counts.
So what I suggest now, if you leave and come back in again.
Zoom, you mean?
Yes.
That's okay because I'm actually to the last slide already.
Oh, okay.
The rest is just saying congratulations, but I have these instructions for the book download. I will pass it to you, the information to you. I'll pass to you my connections for the social media, the links and all, so you can just share it to the students. So I think that's okay. That's okay. I share the information later. You share in your portal to the students. It's just I have LinkedIn, Facebook. You just search for Susitra Karan and you'll have me there. I put the same name so that people don't get confused. Like I said, it's branding, right? So in branding, in your resume, in your social media links. So please put your same name. And earlier I would like to also to mention in resume, I said put your address. Your address, also put your LinkedIn address. That's an address. So that would be a good address for you to put. So be active in LinkedIn and open up the account. And LinkedIn is why me, Suresh, Rani is all here also. And LinkedIn is where I met Suresh as well. So that's how you see. And today I'm here speaking to all of you. So that's how powerful, LinkedIn is, where you connect to people. So open that up. LinkedIn, be active, update all your credentials, because job search, you have to, now LinkedIn is an in thing for job search. All right. The quiz winners, also there's a free gift for you. Rani will give you the information. And my links connect to me. All those also I'll pass it to her. Maybe she can just update you also. I am actually done my 2 minutes with 2:05. Suresh, I'm on. So I wanted to make it more interactive, but I hope with all our questions, I find that this is very engaging actually. I hope that, also in the chat group, I put a Google form, so it can take some time.
I didn't see the Google form.
Google link in the, okay, here.
Yeah, that's there now, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Thank
take
you.
your time to go in, give me your feedback. That would be fine. Rani can also share this later. Rani, later in the evening, I
We'll share with everybody.
Okay, and this is my bookstore. My books are here. For those, I run also digital book writing. For those who are interested, can contact Rani.
Yeah.
Initially, I did tell her I run digital writing class. Anybody? And she said, no, let's go to this resume and interview first, because it's about career, right?
Yeah.
So I have this. I have one class this Sunday also, digital book writing class, just to encourage people to write. Suresh, you should write. Rani, you should write.
What time is your session on Sunday? We'll share with everybody.
I have the poster. I'll share it to you. It's 9 o'clock in the morning.
Would you want to have it like a separate, or we can join you there?
I think we can do separate if you have like about 10 to. I can do it for this, for those who are interested to write, because saying that you have published books adds on to your resume, in your resume, if you say, especially if you are a fresh graduate also, if you say you have published books about what? About being an A-star student, about being leadership, about life at campus, that's nice. And of course, like somebody, who was that, I wrote it down, Faye, you said that you have a lot of experience, working. You can write that down, being retrenched, life after retrenchment. Actually, I was writing a book about that when I went on to something else. I also write a book. I am also writing a book about asking the right questions. That's also, so a lot of little things, you can write about. So it's a great thing for you to write, adds on to your resume. When you go for interview, you say, hey, hello, do you know I wrote a book, and that will immediately take the whole thing off into that book and what you have been doing. Definitely the recruiter would ask you, how did you do that? So that will be a wow factor. If people never ask you, so you can just say, definitely, I would like to say something more about myself. Tell me about yourself. I joined a class. I wrote a book in 24 hours. Yeah, I wrote a book in a week. I got a mentor. I did that. It was spectacular. You see that it will be like an awesome thing to say during your interview. Don't you think so?
Yeah,
so find something awesome, something outstanding to say. Like normally people don't do that, and it's the first time. And she will also talk about you to others. I had one guy came for the interview. He said this. I also say like that, of all the 5 people interviewed, I say, hey, there's this guy, real crazy one, he said this, he said that, things like that. So, then, even though we don't want to, so even though being nauseous, being annoying, asking a lot of random questions, you are actually outstanding. So I wish you all the best in your job search. And Rani, you can group them up if they give you the resumes powered up. You can send it to me. And then I will go with them 1 hour, I'll call them up and I'll discuss with them, how it worked fine or not, how they can power up their resumes. And I think for jobs, getting jobs, Suresh and Rani and Colin, they are here, Get Employed. They are getting you employed. So I think that heavy shoulder of that looking for a job is actually off. It's just like nailing the interview is the right thing now. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you
And
so
like,
much. I wish you all the best.
Angeline
Any more
also
questions
was.
Yes.
No, I think Angeline also was very interested in writing, digital writing just now. And we'll also let you know how many we gather for that session as well. Yeah. Maybe we want to do a group photo for memory.
Yes, sure.
Yeah.
Yes, so definitely.
Yes. So Colin, over to you. Or Ahmad.
Can everyone on your video?
Yes, over to you. I didn't say that. Over to you, Colin. I'm done. Thank you.
Yeah, maybe we give a big clap for Miss Susi first. Okay. So Ahmad, are you doing the screenshot? And Colin too, yeah? We take from
your
two
video
different
with your
angles.
beautiful smile.
If everyone can switch on their camera, if they have, that'd be great.
Yeah, except for RJ is excused. Everybody else have to on their camera.
So we know actually a real person is sitting behind the camera. So.
Yeah, and also Colin, you have to take off the spotlight. You have to take off the spotlight, Colin.
I don't see the spotlight here. No, I see a gallery here. No, my side.
Oh, is it?
Oh, she takes from the gallery here.
Yeah, I'm taking from my gallery.
Okay, okay, good.
Okay, okay.
Ajay, Kelvin, is it? Okay, let me take.
You have everybody, yeah?
Okay, okay, I removed that spotlight. Yeah.
Okay.
Good smile. Give a good smile.
Cheese.
Absolutely.
Nowadays cheese don't work.
Smile. Okay.
You got everybody?
Yep, done.
Nice. Thank you so much.
Nice. Thanks.
Yeah. Thanks, Susie. Thanks, everybody, for your participation. Thanks to everyone at LTT Global also for being in full force today. So have a lovely evening. We'll keep in touch. We've got 2 more exciting sessions. One on digital writing, and also they are interested to have a LinkedIn session. So I'll source for somebody for that as well. No worries. Thanks so much, Susie. We look forward to having you back again. Take care.
Thank you, Susie. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Take care.